LSU on the road against Alabama. LSU's first game without Brian Kelly. Both teams coming off a bye, and obviously LSU looking to kind of get that. I don't want to use the word excitement, but obviously that energy from getting a new coach and just kind of put what happened behind them and get ready for this back end of the season. And obviously Alabama's playing as good as anyone at the moment right now. Incredible stretch of games that they had before the bye. If any team needed a bye, it was Alabama. Georgia, Vandy, Missouri, Tennessee, 4 teams ranked inside the top 25 right now, and then a tough game on the road against South Carolina. They needed a little bit of a reset. It came at a great time for them. Now taking one of their biggest rivals at home this weekend. What are your initial thoughts on the Crimson Tide versus the Tigers this weekend, EMAC?
Yeah, I think this is going to be like roadkill. I mean, I think Alabama scores in bunches. I think this offense gets it re-going. I mean, a little bit of a funky game, against South Carolina, and had to have some magic to win that game, to come back and, to find a way to march down the field and get it done, which they did. I believe they were down 8 with maybe 4 or 5 minutes left in the game, in Columbia there, and they found a way and they got it done. Defense did their thing, offense did their thing, and did their part. And I mean, this is clearly a hurting LSU team, with all the change, with physical pains and guys not being out, not being able to go, full speed here. I think Bama is playing, as you just mentioned, as well as anybody in the country since getting embarrassed, that week 1, and how it seems like that was years ago. I mean, and totally just different universe with that happening against Florida State and Tallahassee right there. But since that game, they figured it out. And the biggest concern for me with Alabama the rest of the way is just the continuity of that run game and the consistency of that run game. And where does it come from? Who does it come from? I don't think you really want it to be, Bernard. I don't think you want him to have to do all of that. I think you want him to be a receiver. But, you do what it takes. And whatever that looks like, I know they'll be ready to roll. But the fact that Ty is playing at this level, I mean, 20-1 touchdown to interception ratio, great completion percentage, great pocket presence. Ooh. He's balling, man. And LSU cannot get after the quarterback, right? Like they just haven't done that super consistently. If he has time, I mean, we could be talking about a 15, 17-point game here.
Yep. No, I don't disagree with that one. I think let's look at like LSU and kind of where they are defensively. I mean, they got absolutely torched a week and a half ago versus A&M. The good thing for them is they're not facing a mobile quarterback. I think you look at last year's game and Jalen Milroe ran all over them there in LSU. You look back a week ago, Marcel Reed ran all over them. And obviously it hurts that Whit Weeks is not playing. I think you've seen this defense really take a step back without their star linebacker, who's kind of like their voice, their energy, their leader, getting everyone set up, getting guys organized, getting guys motivated. And you don't have that person in the middle of your defense. It kind of feels like everything is taking a significant drop back. I mean, we're talking about one of the best linebackers in the country in Whit Weeks. Does not look like he's going to play again this weekend, dealing with, I believe, some sort of bone bruise in his ankle or some sort of ankle issue. So that's a huge loss going against this Alabama offense that has speed, that can push the ball vertical, that can push the ball horizontal as well. You need that guy getting guys lined up, especially on the road. So that's a huge loss for them right there. But at least, like I said, you don't have to face a mobile quarterback, which is giving them some troubles. I still think this LSU defense is really good. I think they're talented. I think they're pissed off based on the embarrassing performance that they had a week and a half ago. I think Baker's still one of the premier defense coordinators in college football. They will be better. So don't take the game versus A&M as like oh my gosh, this defense is crap. I think this was a team kind of gave up on Brian Kelly. That's a very multiple offense with a mobile quarterback at A&M, and things just spiraled out of control really, really fast. And it kind of felt like they threw in the towel a little bit on both sides of the football. So I think the defense can play better. I think they will play better. And I think Garrett Nussmeier, honestly, his last 2 games before the bye was getting healthier and was playing some better football. And correct me if I'm wrong here, Eric, but like if he's healthy, you saw it versus LSU. We saw it some of the past 2 games. When he's healthy, he's dangerous. And we've seen this Alabama defense struggle at times. So like, I'm not going to go in here and just say that like that this game is going to be a bloodbath from ready, set, go. I think LSU is going to come out swinging. If they can keep it close in the first half, I think it's interesting. If Alabama does get up early, I do wonder if they throw in the white flag like they did versus A&M, though.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm thinking, man. I think that you're right. Maybe the first series or two, it's rah rah. We're free. We got a new coach. This is who we are. We practice different. You heard what Coach Baker was saying. Like, can you give me real looks in practice? Like, what the hell were they doing before? Were they just doing
Yep.
walkthrough over there? Which is crazy to see a coach's mindset and how differently that can, alter things. But I think that when things get tough, it's going to be woe is me, poor us, here we go. And Bama's going to be like, get out of the way. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here's a bunch of points for you. I just think they're playing too well. I hear everything you're saying. I think it just adds up on them in a hurry. The number's 10.5. Obviously, the Tide favored there. I'm taking the Tide. Like I said, I think this is more of a 17-plus type of game. I feel good about that.
I'll take LSU at the points. I think LSU is too good defensive. I think Garrett with the bye week going to be even healthier. I love their tight end. I like their receivers. I do worry about that offensive line, obviously on the road. I mean, last time we saw them too, they got absolutely torched by A&M's defensive line. Like that was at home without the crowd noise going against you. So I am a little bit worried about the health of Garrett Nussmeier and him staying healthy. But I just think a rivalry game, we saw at Georgia, Florida this past weekend. I think LSU can keep it close. I think Alabama wins, but I think LSU could keep it maybe to 10 points. So I like the fact that there's a little bit of a hook there
Like the hook.
at 10.5.
Good for you.
Give me that hook. Give me that